There is time spent, and there is time consumed. There are no boundaries. This isn't even reality, but it feels real, does it? I'm not sure. Pretty sure you're not sure either. Everything seems so fast, so in your face. I mean, it's hard to really look up and see what's really going on. Because like many in myself, the internet is ruining your life. Oh, the internet is ruining your life. Welcome to my TED Talk. Thank you. I really love being here, But the problem is, the internet is not ruining your life. You are. Whoa, it's insane. The internet is simply an aid in your own self-destruction. Yes. But yeah, let's get into the video. There is time spent and time consumed. And it's really hard because, science has actually proven that the internet is addictive. It's your dopamine levels, even though, you might not necessarily like being on the internet, it's still addicting because of how your brain reacts to it. The anticipation of getting this reward, of whatever it is, even though it might not even feel like a reward, but it's your dopamine that's going haywire.
You was at the club. Go crazy. Bottoms up when I first walked in, couldn't get enough. Had to get you straight to my
It's like, hey, like that picture. You don't even like that person. You don't know what's in that picture, but like the picture because it's addicting. Here are some ways to understand how the internet is ruining your life and how you're letting it ruin your life. You've stopped creating. You've stopped being as creative as you were. You've stopped creating content, whether it be YouTube videos, writing, music, whatever it may be. You've stopped having a drive to create. And maybe that's because you've seen what's on the internet and you're like, oh God, everything's been done. What could I offer? Or maybe it's not even that. Maybe you've just become lazy. Maybe it's made you lazy. I know the internet has definitely made me lazy. It's even made me illiterate, honestly. It's reduced my literacy. It's insane. But next is there are no boundaries on the internet. And if you've stopped setting boundaries for yourself, because we all know other people have stopped. The shade room exists, okay? That's and the shade room comments exist. No boundaries. And not only does it not matter if you set boundaries for yourself, other people don't care and don't have boundaries. So it's like, even if your account's private, and I'm mostly talking about like Instagram, even if your account's private, people can still come at you with just nastiness, and people don't care. People don't have boundaries. They'll just say whatever just to say it, because the internet has just created a false reality, a false ego, a false intimidation, a false, what's the word I'm looking for? For lack of a better word, a false big bad wolf. And that is who is on the other side of the screen sending you nasty comments. This person has let the internet create a false reality. And it's let them think that they can say whatever and do whatever with no boundaries or repercussions. Of course, we've seen so many, people say this and that on the internet, and they do get, consequences sent their way. But ultimately, I mean, where is the boundary for that not even happening? You know what I mean? And it's like, there's so much more, access to education and all this, stuff to, help people heal themselves and educate themselves. People don't care because they don't have to care. It's the internet. It's their account. Anyways, and then, you might not have boundaries for yourself, which will come back to bite you, okay? Every Karen that's ever been filmed will let you know this will come back to bite you. I don't make the rules, okay? Black Twitter does. And it's not cute, and it's not only is it, not having boundaries within, the platform, with being on the platform, but outside of that, where are your boundaries? How much screen time are you giving this app? And what is it giving you? I mean, don't get me wrong, the internet, these social media apps, they have so many benefits. But especially, capitalistic benefits. But in the game of capitalism, there has to be a loser. There has to be a loser. And you not setting boundaries for yourself, sis, like I said, there's a lot of capital gain, but in capitalism, there is a loser. There is a loser. And if you're not setting boundaries for yourself, using the internet world to help you out in the real world, we might be at the bottom of the barrel. Capitalism is such an interesting thing because, it's like if you try and improve it, it could just get worse. Then if you try to go back, it could just get worse. So, like many, Karl Marx masterminds think that we should just build off of what it is right now. I think we should just throw out capitalism, but what can I do about it? So I might as well play the game, you know what I mean? Anywho, next, you're comparing two different realities. The reality you have on Instagram and the reality you have in real life. You're comparing your reality in real life to people's on Instagram. You cannot do this because let me tell you, these people lie. These people lie about their lives. Oh my God. And it's like, even if they are really living that life, love yours. Why do you not appreciate what you have? And it's the internet is really taking away gratitude from people. I feel like the internet's really taking away appreciation and self-love from people, even though there are so many accounts that try and spread messages of these things. It's still, at least for me personally, doesn't seem to be enough. It doesn't matter what your feed is flooded with. There's always some ad or someone or something on the Explorer page that's just like, wow. Well, I wish maybe I could. It's the little thoughts. It plants seeds. You're letting the internet plant seeds in your head. And it's like, wow. Maybe if I had that body, or maybe if I just follow this inspirational quotes, I'll be living like whoever you admire. I don't know, whatever. Next, the internet is ruining your life because it's feeding you lies. Again, you're comparing realities, and you're comparing your reality to maybe someone's lie. And not only that, in terms of like hustle culture and struggle culture, they're definitely feeding you lies. These rappers, they're feeding you lies. The Migos are from the suburbs. Like, they got it out what mud? What mud? You mean the sidewalk that was just nicely paved? Stop it. stop it. Stop playing with yourself. Like, no. Next point is your genuine happiness and your genuine happiness for others is being poisoned. It's being poisoned. It's being poisoned. And you drank it, sis. You drank it. You drank it. You know, and you feel like, I'm sorry if you hear me chewing. I'm so sorry. It's so rude. The internet is not a happy place. Let's be honest, it's not. You know, people find a lot of community and, you know, societies and support groups on the internet, and that's lovely. That is lovely, don't get me wrong. That's something that needs to stay. But again, like I said, you're comparing two different realities and then you're being fed lies. So your genuine happiness for yourself and your achievements and what you have is poisoned. You know, you think about what you have and then you think about what someone else has. And then your happiness for them is poisoned as well. You know, you're stalking them, trying to see what their next move is, trying to see what what are they doing? What is she doing? She doesn't look right in that. What is she doing? I could do it better. Like, whoa. Check your ego. Whoa. Check your ego. The internet is ruining your life, and it's not just ruining your life and my life, and we're not the only ones letting it ruin us. As a whole, it's made society stagnant. I feel like it's made parts of society stagnant. Let me rephrase that. It's made parts of society stagnant. Because just like there are support groups, there are hate groups, okay, that come together, and the internet lets them live and breathe. Not only that, but like I said, the internet has definitely made me a little bit just a little bit illiterate. I fell off, okay? I stopped reading. I fell off. But yeah, and it's like I don't even know any like little kids that know how to read a clock. Like, I feel like it stops at my generation. Like, everything's just digital, and it's like there's certain things we definitely need to keep and learn, and the internet is kind of just bombarding that. Next, the internet is ruining your life, and you're insecure. You are so insecure, and you know, it makes it hard for you to deal with those insecurities when you're constantly scrolling and you see all these fake bodies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't personally, do whatever you want. But it's just a little, your view of yourself gets tainted. And it either taints you in the fact that, well, I'm really speaking from a girl's perspective. It taints you in the fact that you're gonna now put yourself on a pedestal, or you're now going to put these other women on a pedestal. And it's like, okay, you've put yourself on a pedestal, but now you're just, you're still insecure, but you're trying to put yourself on a pedestal to make yourself feel better. And then now you've put these women on a pedestal, and now you're making it harder to love yourself. And it's like, you gotta love yourself. I'm sorry, that won't happen again. You're insecure about your lifestyle. You're insecure about your pockets and how deep or how shallow they are. When I tell you people on the internet lie, like, listen, where could I go? I live in Florida. I could go to City Place right now, and there's like a Jaguar like car dealership there. I could ask them to borrow one of those for a photo. I could ask them to buy like the latest Jaguar model for a photo, or just to drive around. They'll let me do it, because they do that. especially for like music videos and stuff. And like you'll be thinking like, oh my god, like Mosaic's living it up right now, like she has her old Jaguar, she's balling out. But I had to ask someone to let me borrow that when I showed up in a Kia. Nothing's wrong with Kias, nothing's wrong with having a car. Don't let anybody shame you. Get your own, sis, and love yours. Next, you're anxious. And you're anxious because of what I mentioned earlier. The dopamine in your brain is going off, and you might not necessarily get any pleasure out of it, but it's the dopamine. It's being addicted to. It's the want. It's the anticipation of like, what are they doing? Or, oh my god, when should I post this? When should I post that? Oh my god, they're doing this and I'm still over here doing this. Calm down. Because the internet moves faster than your real life. Calm down. Relax. Because the internet moves faster than your real life. And it might not even, the timelines might not even be adding up. Like, you get what I'm saying? You probably don't. I'm sorry. I wish I were more literate so I could express myself more, but I've given so much time to social media. I apologize. But yeah, you're anxious, and social media got you, you feel like you're stagnant. You're not doing anything. So it's just like, well, maybe I should post this so it seems like I got something going on. Or maybe I should do this so it seems like I got something going on. And you're drained and you're tired and you forget to live, which is my next point. The internet will make you forget to live. You'll forget how normal life actually works and operates. You will forget that, just reading a book is enjoyable. You'll forget, what it was like to exercise, because I know I did. You'll forget what it's like to have an actual conversation. And I don't want that anymore. I don't want to forget anymore. It's bringing me so much peace right now. And I do want to use the internet, but not like how I was before. And that's a whole nother video. This isn't about me. This is about how you're ruining your life. Next is, you're not as happy as you used to be. And who says before the internet, before you had a phone, you were the happiest person alive? People have rough childhoods. Hey. I mean, maybe the internet has helped you in a lot of ways. And props to the internet for that. But this is for the people out there who the internet has done nothing for and has probably made things worse for. You weren't necessarily the happiest person, but you weren't like this, and the internet has taken a lot from you. You let it take a lot from you. Understand that you have the control and the power, okay? And how dare you? Apologize to yourself. How dare you let these people think? How dare you let them plant a seed, a single thought in your head that I am like this because I'm not that? Come on now. Stop it. Get some help. I'm begging you, get some help. I need help. I know it. Oh, I didn't expect this to be like this. I don't know what I thought this would be. I thought it'd be better than this. You see? I'm doubting myself because I'm comparing myself to other creators on the social web. Dear God. I mean, you guys. So apparently here are some statistics. 3 out of 4 people admit to being rude or disconnected from others on the internet. When posting on social media, 91% have seen a tourist miss enjoying the moment. Wow. When posting on the internet, 79% have seen a parent undermine their own experience in a child's life. When posting on social media, 25% have admitted to being distracted during intimacy. When posting on social media, 14% have risked their own safety. Jesus, man. Relax. I mean, social media has killed a lot of my connecting with people. I have anxiety, and in general it's really hard for me to talk to people unless their vibe is oh, okay, right off the bat I'm easy with them. I have a hard time meeting new people, and the internet has definitely made that a little worse for me, and other things outside of the internet, like working at Publix supermarket. Jesus. Anyways, but it's ruining my experience. It ruined a lot of good things for me, and I won't allow it anymore, and you shouldn't either. I mean, just use the internet wisely. I mean, the internet is a great place to build. The internet is a great catalyst to really build up your life in, I would say, a more financial, professional, and to some extent social way to, or catalyst to build your life. But overall, the internet is also a great way to waste your life and to be unhappy and to just let life pass you by. Oh God. Especially as a black person, the internet has drained me so much, and I've become so, I mean, in general, outside of being black as a human being, I've become so desensitized. Like we think killing people is okay. Killing people for simple things, killing people over laws that human beings made. This isn't like universal law or some kind of law that came from the heavens. This is just the human mind. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And what do all these words and laws mean? You're just told to follow them. I mean, and it desensitizes you and me from sympathizing and empathizing and living our lives amongst each other. And the internet has really, it's done both good and bad, you know. I mean, and we're honestly being fooled, because grass always looks greener on the internet, okay? Always. Just to close, I just wanted to say, remember that the internet is not real life, and it is just an appearance, and appearances are just that, appearances. Thank you for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. I don't know. Do what you want to do. Bye.